But you know, these guys, they came into a market with already newspapers. But guess what? They started. That's why I don't want someone to tell me that I can't start my business because there's already someone doing it. No, just start. Why? Because your breakthrough in life is in actually starting. So I want to share a bit of thoughts on starting. And I like what Lao Tzu.
All right, so Arthur Marara is in the studio now. Arthur is a motivational speaker. He's a life and success coach. He's a friend to the breeze. I love to call him Barua. He is an advocate and he is an author. He's so many things.
Oh,
Good morning, welcome.
My Judah, it's always an honor being with you, eh? And thanks for the great work that you're doing for the country. And keep it up.
Thank you.
Oh, it's my birthday month as well. That's why now we're going to say.
It's my birthday month as well. You do know that?
So
Yeah, I'm on the 26th of March.
I'm on 17.
On the 17th of March.
Yeah.
There you go. So I've got an early birthday present now to Chambez with me.
You're right.
I now need to hook you up with the birthday present. Remember, we are live streaming on Facebook. That's at Star FM Zimbabwe. So go through, check us out at Star FM Zimbabwe. And today we are looking at #start. We've been talking about a lot of things. We've been talking a lot, actually. And now it's time to work the plan.
You see, a number of people say, "Anskutanga buzandinachi andina start," which is quite sad. But we need to help each other today, just to start. So I want us to start with something today. I want you to think about the life that you want to live. For a moment, I just want you to reflect about it. And I also want you to think about the goals that you have for your life. And I want you to think about everything that you want to achieve in life. And the secret, my Judah, you won't have all those things until you start. That's why the focus today is just on starting. And every great business we see today, every great dreamer, every great potential that we've seen and witnessed coming into results, started with someone who started. 1886, a pharmacist called John Pemberton was trying to come up with a drug that could help him substitute his morphine addiction. Then he mixed cocaine leaves and wine, mixed it, and the end they would also add cola nuts. He came up with a drink called Coca-Cola, 1886, because somebody was willing to start. And in 1894, these guys are working in a prison facility. They are preparing food for the prisoners. So what they used to do, they would cook wheat, and once they cook wheat, they would put it through some pressing machine so that it can come as dough. And on this particular day, they forgot. And because the resources were very limited, they decided just to put the dried wheat. And when they put it through the pressing machine, guess what? The thing that came out was a flake. And that became a birth of cornflakes in 1894, an accidental discovery. But what changes an accident from a real business is because a guy called W.K. Kellogg said, we're going to push this. We're going to make this a global brand. And guess what? We know now we've got several complex brands on the market. But the secret is someone was willing to start. And several years ago, a radio station started called Star FM.
Come on.
And I want you to note something. Since 1980, even pre-independence, there were already radio stations in Zimbabwe. But a radio station comes, goes to a location which some people knew it for other purposes, but they believed that it could actually reach out to a market and make an impact. Today we've got Star FM. One of the leading radio stations, whether you like them or not, one of the leading radio stations started. And today I'm on Star FM because somebody was willing to start. And several years later, ZTN comes into a market where we already have got people who are doing digital content, and they're promising an amazing picture, and they're so you can see the difference. And today we're watching ZTN because they started. H Metro. I'm giving a common example. You see, H Metro Buddha, but you know, these guys, they came into a market with already newspapers. But guess what? They started. That's why I don't want someone to tell me that I can't start my business because there's already someone doing it. No, just start. Why? Because your breakthrough in life is in actually starting. So I want to share a bit of thoughts on starting. And I like what Lao Tzu says. He says a journey of 1,000 miles begins just with one step. Meaning if you want to do the 1,000 miles, 1,000 steps, you can only be able to do that when you take the first step. And that's why I always tell people, you won't change your life with huge steps. You change your life only with small, consistent steps. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And I need to help people. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start in order for you to be great. Why am I laying this foundation? Because I want to give you 5 principles on starting. Then I'll leave the studio. And I like what Mark Twain says. The secret to getting ahead in life is getting started. And I enjoyed this statement. There are 2 fatal errors that keep great projects from coming to life. Number 1, not finishing. Number 2, not starting. So, my message today is enough of talking. We've said hashtag do something. We've said hashtag be serious. Hashtag rongeka. Hashtag urumtengesi. Hashtag several hashtags we've done. But today is we just want somebody to start. Start being serious. Start being organized. Start moving. Start selling. Start making the progress in the direction that you want in life. Why? Because not even an amount of talk, no matter amount of talk, is going to produce action. Start. If you don't know O level, stop praying for O level, go and register. If you don't have a license, stop praying for a license, go and register.
Talking about that, good morning, my Judah and Arthur. Thank you guys for reprimanding me from praying for a financial breakthrough while I wasn't doing anything on the side.
Wow.
I recently started a perfume business and I make 50% and it is doing very, very well. So this is coming from Nono, who is in Johannesburg.
They decided to
start.
This is what we want. Start something. And now could start a prayer group. Because akawandisa kudhara ndati start doing something that will shift your life. You see, mind you, that we come from a very spiritual background, and I need to mention this. In Zimbabwe, I was speaking on Saturday, we don't need more churches, neither do we need more prophets. We now need more entrepreneurs, the people who can create businesses. We now need people who can stand in the gap, people who can come up with solutions. Enough of I receive. Enough of I receive. Take my life. Enough of that. Enough of change my life, Papa. Change your life, dude. Change your life, dear. Stop being a slave queen. Start being serious. Those are hashtag start. You see, my Judah, if you want to be frustrated, just hope and wait that somebody is going to come and change your life. There's nothing like that. If you want your life to change, start changing it. So I want to give you today 5 things on starting. Number 1, we all start from somewhere. That's why you shouldn't have BP when you hear me on air and say one day employ it on Gemarara. No, it's fine, you can. But start from somewhere. You know, I started speaking Dream Kombi, my Judah. You started on one. Little did I know it was so bad. Can out of the open microphone. That was celebrity. Start from somewhere. Because you see, a number of times, if you ask them why you're not in business, they'll tell you, start marry 10,000 US. Start from somewhere. Because every great business that we hear today started from somewhere. I like this quote by a guy called Russell H. Cornwell. It says, let every man or woman remember this, that if you wish to be great at all, you must begin where you are and with what you are. Ye will be great anyway, must first be great in his own Philadelphia. Meaning, if you want to be great anyway, chimboito great kumba kwenyu, chimboito great mutawand menu, chimboito great in your own community, using what you have and where you are. You see, a number of times, many people are looking for reasons why our lives are not going anywhere. We're looking for reasons why we can justify why we're not taking our lives seriously. But what we want to encourage people is we start from somewhere. And we start differently in life. I lost my father when I was 18 years of age. I have a U in mathematics at O level, C English O level, C English A level, 3rd class university communication skills, and I'm speaking in English today in March, the 4th of March 2020. Correct English. Why? Because I'm starting from somewhere. Now, my Judah, I get paid to fly ndege. Kuti ndinotaura nechirungu. Why? Because I was prepared to start from somewhere. Instead of looking for reasons why I can't move my life, I started looking for reasons why my life can change. So start from somewhere. And I need to tell people, Zimbabwe Nagabo story last week, we have got a perfect excuse Chirombe. In other words, no one to blame economy. What blame my economy? What to know as kufamba, there's pure liquidity. Akuna my US dollar. But who but that dish you under my US dollar? Start being serious. Start from somewhere. And can I tell you one thing? If you don't start from somewhere, you'll never get started. The only way to get started, my Judah, is to start. If you bake, start baking. If you can sing, start singing. If you can clean, start cleaning. If you can do extra lessons, start doing them. Because there is no substitution for starting.
I like what Bishop T.D. Jakes said, and he mentioned that there's nothing as powerful as a changed mind.
You're right.
The minute you decide to change your mind and set yourself on a course, everything else has to follow suit.
So true, because you can change your handset, you can change your address, but if you don't change your mind, unowaka ghetto rako mu low density. Change your mindset. That's why the solution to poverty, my Judah, upon marry. Unogo exacerbate chirombe. But marumba marry. Because to change the wrong thing. To change a bank balance without changing the mindset which is responsible for that balance. And you'll never balance. Can I go to principal?
Just hang on. So Anonymous has written in here and has said, inini my customers anonditiza. I started this year ndika pinda mugumbeze ne boots ndatukwa. So I ended up breaking things down and selling to Shoma. And they are now coming to inbox and buying. Things are looking good now. I need to import fresh produce from Zimbabwe. I got the supplies but don't know where to start. Can Arthur point people in the right direction?
The good part, you can join my platforms. I'll give you my contacts at the end of the day so that you can join. Then I'll link you up with some of the groups where you can also get to talk to other people who are doing something. But congratulations for starting. And when you start, don't think it will automatically work. We need to help people. If you do something, it won't automatically work. But what I'm simply saying is you get to lose out more if you don't start. Failure gives you an opportunity to see what's not working and an opportunity to try something different. That's the glory and the benefit of failure. And I'm going to talk about that later on. But I want to go to principle number 2. I said start from somewhere. Number 2, start small. Start small. You see, a number of people, if you ask them what business you want to do and what capital do you want, you'll be shocked. Start small. Start with $10. Start with $20. Start with $30. I started writing my books on guava paper. Now I've got 15 books. I started writing on a borrowed table. Dichita temporal teaching. Used to walk 20 kilometers on the temporal teaching. Now I was showing you. But I started on a guava paper. I have got the manuscripts up to now. And they remind me of a choice that I made to start.
Procrastination.
You know what?
How do we deal with that? Because a lot of us, I mean, if you don't have to read another book today, you've got enough to sail you through and to see you through your whole life. But there's this thing that holds us back. This I know what I need to do, but I know what I have to do this, but we've got so many excuses for ourselves. Some of them seem, and can I say seem, they seem valid.
You're right.
They seem valid. The economy right now, I haven't saved enough money. I don't have the qualifications. I don't have this. We feel sorry for ourselves. There's this we feel like we ourselves are not enough for us to start. We need for me to start. I can't start, honestly, I can't start a ministry when I still have, when I'm still sinning left, right, and center. You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously you need to work on yourself.
There you go. So I think it's not the starting, it's we look at ourselves and we disqualify ourselves from the race before we even begin.
Yeah, that's why I said we start from somewhere. To be honest, I'm not the right person to be in this studio. Because I don't even have a journalism background. I actually have to start a business on my own. Now I speak to businesses. I don't have. Metsa andina. Wakatanzika wasina metsa unakonosvika uno ndikusta FM ndisina metsa. Ndopandiri kuti, my Judah, you are enough as you are. Remember, you will never experience greatness until you start. So no wonder they think they have to be great first before they can start. But it's the greatness that's waiting for you in the starting. To my Judah, when you take that step of faith, that's greatness. Investment, that's greatness. It's no berekana, it's no wonder. Taking the small steps. But she knows procrastination. I've actually done a book, Keys to Effective Time Management. Procrastination is a manifestation of lack of discipline. Do you know when you procrastinate, essentially you're simply saying what you're procrastinating is not important. My Judah, when somebody says not no problem, you're late. More than $1,000 in table. Would they be late? They will be very punctual. Why? Because it's important. So anything that you don't procrastinate on, you're simply saying it's not important. Imi, and that airport money is not on the end. No, can do 2 hours uno sara. Akuna muna ambo sewa nendege. Anokuza master rotanzi I have got problems at the time. And that's life for you. Can we go to principle number 2?
Please.
Start small. Like what St. Francis of Assisi says, he says, start by doing what is necessary. And I want to speak to everybody who is wanting to start something. Start by doing what is necessary. Then do what is possible. And start.
Like and follow for more inspirational content.